Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. This is a short update on what is happening in the place where one of the nuclear storage sites, Kirana Hills, whatever name you want to call it. We're going to take a little bit of deeper look into this because now more and more people are confirming that people are having sicknesses associated with radiation. A couple of other clarifications. One is we just had one conversation with 𝗤𝗍𝗿 𝗏𝗏 where he said that two of Indian planes were shot down. Well, we don't have any proof of that. His opinion, I would like to leave it at that. And India, unless India confirms it, we can't say that as gospel truth. So just assume, just keep that in mind. Also, a remark by General Ravi Shankar got taken out of context by both China and Pakistan in one of our conversations. And that resulted in a particular Chinese stock going up only when the next day or the day after that, Indian press conference, in the DGMO press conference, they showed the unexploded PL-15. And suddenly the stock has gone right down, like you can see here. The name of the stock is 𝗔𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗏. This is the company that makes these PL-15 evidently, and their stock has cratered again. So some of these things are unintended consequences of things coming. While I'm happy that we are able to actually move the needle in some of these things, I needed to tell you that these are all things that are unavoidable, unfortunate, but let's move ahead. That's what happened. So again, that stock of that company stock is back down to the earth. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at in depth about Kirana Hills. Where is this thing located? How close is it to the power center in Pakistan? And what exactly really happened? All that stuff in this. Please like this video. And I had to, I was doing till the very last minute editing to make sure our facts were in line. There are lots of links we have provided in the reference section in description. Do take a look at them to get additional information. Can we have the slide deck, please? Yeah, thank you. So this precision strike on Pakistan's nuclear stockpile at Kirana Hills. Now, before we take a look at Kirana Hills, next one, please. Let's take a look at what are the different sites that Pakistan has. There are at least 255, that is 12, 13, 14, 16 places where nuclear material is being handled. Very, very carefully saying this thing. And those pictures tell you which is what. You may want to pause it at this point. You may want to go and pinch your finger to get a bigger look, or there is a link that I have provided in the reference section. This is just a general description of where all nuclear sites in Pakistan are located. Now, if you look closely, you might not even find the Kirana Hills in this. So some obfuscation there too. This is actually a United States report. So what I'm trying to say is they have things spread out, and the fact that two of these things were touched by India gives them an idea that if they can take out two, they can take out more. So essentially, that's where the dilemma of Pakistan is. Now, there is another different, unconfirmed social media statement that while they were trying to move an equipment that contains indium-192 isotope, that some leak happened. Now, if you look at that statement carefully, lots of typo errors. Is it really the right thing? Is it the original thing? We don't know. And why were they trying to move it? Was it because they were trying to safeguard it from getting a strike? We don't know. These are desperate measures. So I just wanted to tell you, these are all doing the rounds now. There is a hashtag radiation. If you go and look at x.com with hashtag radiation, you'll see the latest updates on this. But what we are afraid is that the population of Pakistan is beginning to now feel the effects of what happened at Kirana Hills. Next slide, please. It all started out with India launching a precision military operation targeting Kirana Hills near Mushaf Air Base, Sargodha. The objective of the operation was to degrade Pakistan's nuclear weapon storage and critical military sites. It used, first the BrahMos was used to break it, and then the spice bomb was used to go deep inside. I think the spice bomb can penetrate up to 50 meters, 50. Don't kill me with the numbers, okay? Basically, it can penetrate. So when you have bunkers with multiple layers deep, then that part gets affected using the spice bomb. Nobody has still found an answer for that. These are very heavy bombs. They don't penetrate on, they don't explode on impact. They go in and then they explode. So it's a pretty gory description. If you go and look at what a spice bomb does, you'll understand what that is. Now, the bunker busting spice along with BrahMos were used to target multiple strategic sites. So this has been like going back and forth. In fact, the DGMO, I think, has confirmed this, that there was one missile that was headed towards Delhi, was shot down by India. And I think that probably got India's goat, or whatever you want to call it, that they said, okay, we will show them a lesson. And because after that, this bunch of airfields got taken out. I'm going to show some of the data also, and also along with it, the Kirana Island chart. Next one, please. Kirana Hills. So you can see the strike here, and you have to use your pinch your finger to get it bigger. There's a lot of description on where the crater got formed. Next one, please. It shows the two strikes. There were two strikes, hit 1 and hit 2 in Kirana Hills, and this really penetrated deep. Next one, please. And you can see here the strike on and the smoke coming out on the right hand side. And I gave you the information about 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 meticulously collected over a long period of time. You will get additional perspective on this. Next one, please. Now, Kirana Hills is recognized by the Federation of American Scientists as part of Pakistan's nuclear infrastructure. What does it house? It houses Central Ordnance Depot, Central Ammunition Depot, and nuclear arsenal storage tunnels. Kirana Hills is located approximately 50 kilometers, and I'll show you the exact Google map, from the 𝗥𝗙𝗏 nuclear plant and approximately 20 kilometers from Sargodha Air Base. You see how important this is, right? The nuclear plant is not more than 50 kilometers, and the air base, which is supposed to be guarding it, is not more than 20 kilometers. Next one, please. You see the difference now here. 𝗥𝗏 to Sargodha is only a mere 50 kilometers. Next one, please. And now if you see here, again, you have to, no, you went too far. Yeah, thank you. If you see here, what this is it shows the distance between Sargodha and Kirana Hills. By the way, Sargodha is to the south of Islamabad. So we are approaching central Punjab of Pakistan. So if the nuclear fallout is here, radiation leak is here, this is going to probably go with the wind. Whichever way the wind blows, it's probably going to spread in that direction. You know, some of you are writing, oh, I'm hardly 1 kilometer away, I don't see anything. So you're lucky the wind did not blow in your direction. I'm going to show you some tweets where people are praying to God. So I'll come to that in just one moment. So the key node is the key node in Pakistan's nuclear weapons command, storage and delivery infrastructure is the Kirana Hills. It is long suspected by analysts as the mothership of Pakistan's nuclear weapons stockpile. Now, I told you, right, there are multiple places that are there, but there is something in Kirana Hills that is considered as like the mother of all the other sites, the most important, the CPU, if you will, of all these programs, and that appears to have been damaged. Next one. Now, this is one tweet, and again, I have given you the link for this. This is translated into English. It's actually done in Hindi, in Urdu. Please pray for us. The authorities asked us to move to another place for a few days, and also warned that if we stay back, there are chances of diseases like cancer. Please pray. The reality here is different. We cannot afford the cancer treatment. We saved money to migrate to Dubai. Next one. The guy goes on to say, Didi, we have to evacuate for a few days. I don't know what happened. They said that some radioactive gas has leaked out. It will take a few days to fix it, but how can we leave our house? We are villagers. We cannot afford to be away from home for days. I request the government to do something. I don't know what exactly he is expecting to happen. Be that as it may, we now know this is just one set. If you go to that hashtag radiation under x.com and start looking at it, there are pages and pages and pages and pages of accounts. So this is not one isolated instance, even though even one isolated instance is really bad. Now you can say, well, what if India is creating all these fake handles and fake tags? You can say that. Just go in and dig in a little deeper. See if the particular handle has like 2 followers, 1 follower, and it is following 100 or something like that. And also look at the time it was established, the date and time when the account was established, because that cannot be rolled back in time. So then you can get a better perspective for whether it is something new or something old. You have to just do your work on that. Point is that there is suspicion that something has happened. Operational execution details. What did India do? India used BrahMos and bunker penetrating munitions, near simultaneous detonations at multiple sites, indicated by highly coordinated planning. And that gives you no time to react, because remember there's the other one called 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗆 Hills or something like that. There also 2 missiles exploded, and that is in Balochistan. Now we can see that the runway on the Sargodha Air Base has been completely damaged. It has been broken up in 2 places. Although if you take a look at it now using Google, you would see that they are repairing it. Now, of course, it's just concrete, right? You can go back and pour concrete and fix it. The point here is, if we can do it once, we can do it again. Next one, please. Now, here are the runway that this is on Musharraf Air Base in Sargodha, Pakistan. So there are 2 places where you can see the big expanded version. The whole runway has been broken up. 1/3 and half is points is where it has been taken out. And in this case, it kind of tells you, if you remember watching Rajiv Narayanan, General Rajiv Narayanan's talk with me 2 days ago, it tells you that India has an error of no more than 1 meter. In other words, if the target is captured, it is going to hit within 1 meter of that target. And a runway as big as this is a big, big target. So they have worked on the precision. The precision appears to be very, very good. And what I'd like, if somebody wants to rebut this, you have to rebut it with facts. So far, the other side is just, dealing with innuendos. We are showing you the facts. We are showing you the pictures. Show something real. Next one, please. And now, what are the strategic and diplomatic implications? This operation undermined Pakistan's nuclear shield, that nuclear umbrella. We are a nuclear power. We have the Islamic bomb. All that stuff got busted. Then there is now a shift in deterrent dynamics, signaling India will go and strike nuclear storage options if it feels that it is being threatened. And I think that, like I said, some missiles were directed at Golden Temple and also in Delhi, also at Vaishno-Devi, I'm told. So you see now, India said, okay, these guys are trying to create communal hatred among the different communities in India. Plus, they are trying to inflict damage. And then there's one rascal sitting in Canada who takes one of our videos again and quotes it out of context. This guy is a known Khalistani guy, and CNN News 18 also showed him out. So, because he tweeted before that missile hit Golden Temple, 2:13 a.m. or something like that, first or second day of attack. You just keep these things in mind. A lot of people are trying to sow disinformation to try and make it look India has suffered casualties, when on the face of it, on the reality is that yes, a few things did sneak in. We showed you a Jammu house that got damaged. Luckily, nobody was there at that point of time, so no loss. But India has lost lives because of indiscriminate shelling by Pakistan at civilian areas. One Gurudwara has been damaged. 14 to 20 people have died, mainly from Sikh families that are around the Gurudwara. Very, very unfortunate. So they are not following the rules of engagement of a standard war. So they have to get what they have to get. Now, what the big picture is, India has said, we see you, and we see you, and we can disable you, and we can strike you at will. There's nothing you can do about it. So the ceasefire announcement, it took us by surprise, because we thought, why do that thing when India is on a roll? Well, I've always said this thing, viewers. It is easy to start a war. It is very difficult to finish it. That's where the problem comes. Okay, now global arm was triggered, so they started calling up all the places and say, help us, we want to stop now, we want to stop now. And when Washington was told that there were 3 strikes, one at Kirana Hills, then Nurkhan Air Base and C2 command and control facilities, that felt that, okay, maybe US felt that this is upping the ante a little bit, and perhaps Pakistan will do something. Maybe they had something. Again, see, we don't know the detonator information, whether US felt nervous that perhaps Pakistan does have the fully assembled bomb, that it might unleash that, resulting in millions. You have to go back and read the message that Trump said. Trump gave that message fearing that, millions of people lives will be lost, and so on and so forth. So this is what we are seeing. Maybe there was more to it than what meets the eye. Now, the official narrative of Pakistan differs considerably from independent analysis. What did Pakistan claim? They said that only empty hillsides were hit, and it denies any significant damage from the strikes. Whereas now we are seeing that people are saying they are suffering from symptoms of vomiting, fever, and diarrhea, which is typical initial radiation sickness. Now, those who have looked at these pictures, analysts are saying that the satellite and independent imagery indicate direct hits on critical underground nuclear storage infrastructure. What the hell are you talking about, Pakistan, is what the analysts are saying. A conventional attack cannot detonate a nuclear weapon, but it might cause radiation leaks, which are likely to be contained. So this is where the words get a little bit more nuanced, if you will, that yes, there will be some damage to the nuclear storage, nuclear material, but the leak could be contained. Let's hope that that's what is happening. We know that many planes containing carrying boron have landed in Islamabad, and clearly that is being done to contain radiation leak. Why would they want to land this thing? Why can't they explain that? Historical Cold War incidents demonstrate that conventional attacks on nuclear weapons did not result in uncontrolled nuclear detonations. Now, last word on this. What has India done? India has demonstrated high precision strategic strike capability and has reasserted its deterrence dominance. Next time, think 10 times. The operation marked a paradigm shift, bringing Pakistan's nuclear deterrent out from under its traditional protective cloak, this Islamic bomb that we have, this nuclear power. Pakistan is a nuclear power. All that stuff has been busted. The world now watches cautiously, aware that South Asia's nuclear deterrence has entered a volatile, fragile phase. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. And you're going to see more such incidents happen. Although the pride is hurt, Pakistani pride is hurt. Actually, I shouldn't say Pakistani pride. It's the Pakistani Punjabi's pride that is hurt. And he is not the kind of guy who's going to accept the reality and sit down for talks or accept what it is that he needs to do. They are still in denial about their, antecedents. What can one say? So this is all I have for you, viewers. Let me take a few questions from you now. Vishnu Kapoor, thank you for becoming YouTube member. Magesh Balakrishnan, thank you so much for becoming YouTube member. Dilip Kumar Pandey, thank you for becoming YouTube member. And Subramaniam Swaminathan, thank you so much for your super sticker. I think that's all we have. Are there any other questions? Okay, that's all we have. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.